Oh, what are you guys putting yourself through this?
Why did we need to see her ass as she walked up the stairs? Why? No.
You know you don't have to watch this movie.
What the What is this?
I am starting to actually question why I even do this anymore, and why I review movies like this, and why I even watch them. Fucked if I know.
I don't want to victim blame, but you're kind of doing this to yourself.
As a father of 2 daughters under the age of 7, I can say that the way these girls were dressed was perverse and disgusting and pedophilic.
Am I agreeing with Ben Shapiro? What the fuck?
I'm gonna walk you guys through this one, cause it's rough. Strap in. We're all pedophiles today, boys.
Well, I guess that's one review I'm not gonna watch. Look, I'm not gonna watch Cuties, okay? I'm not gonna watch it. From the moment I realized this Epstein wet dream of a screenplay was actually a real thing that was gonna be on Netflix that all of us could watch, and it wasn't on some 4chan dark web part of the fucking internet, I knew I wanted absolutely nothing to do with this movie about children doing things that children shouldn't be doing. I can't say the same for everyone else on YouTube, though. They watched it so you don't have to, and they can tell you all about how bad it really is.
I decided, as any logical YouTuber would do before making a video like this, I decided to go watch the movie.
If you didn't watch it and you just wanted to talk about how fucking gross all this shit is, I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to watch it either. The only reason I'm doing this is because I want to save you guys.
But here's the thing. They didn't need to watch it. Nobody needed to watch it, and nobody should have watched it. Either way, this is the world we live in, and people decided to watch it so that they could give their collective hot takes on this movie that we all knew was going to be bad right from the jump. And that created another reason for me to not want to watch this movie. That being, I have nothing to say that hasn't already been said about Cuties. So why would I put myself through this baffling attempt at cinema when everything there is to say has already been said? Let's take a look at some of the points made against this movie according to the YouTube community and try and gather why they decided to put themselves through this. And also, who was watching the window for the FBI because of the watch list they inevitably landed themselves on for watching this movie.
Watch me now, hey!
From the numerous reviews on this movie, I've gathered a few things right off the bat. 1.
Cuties is a new Netflix film that has been released just this weekend on September 10th, and it is directed by someone whose name I cannot pronounce for the life of me.
And it's directed by Maymona Ducouture. I tried.
Her name will be down here at the bottom of the screen somewhere.
They released a flyer, a description, a trailer, and it was met with a lot of controversy, people saying that it was sexually exploiting children, to be specific, 11-year-old girls.
And this is a French film.
Mignons. Who the cares?
It's a French movie, but that's no excuse to make a TV MA movie about an 11-year-old twerk team. 2.
The issue is that between this gross poster they used, this even grosser movie description, and the fact that it was rated TV mature, Netflix marketed this film as an adult dance movie starring twerking 11-year-olds. So literally everyone hated it, thankfully.
Cuties. This promo photo was released a few weeks ago, and it sparked a bit of controversy. And I don't blame anyone, it just straight up looks like child.
We all thought it was going to be bad, and that's what made cancel Netflix trend like it was going out of style. But we all know that you're really not going to cancel Netflix because you still want to finish season 5 of Lucifer. 3.
Oh my god, the Rotten Tomatoes score, holy shit.
It's that bad. It's that bad. It's worse than you think. I tried to watch Cuties. I say tried to watch because I only got through about 30 minutes before I turned it off. It is beyond repulsive. People are canceling their subscriptions left and right, signing petitions to get it removed, and even United States lawmakers have stepped up and they're trying to get the Department of Justice involved.
And I found this movie to be fucking revolting. I have not felt this disturbed, uncomfortable, and disgusted watching a movie in such a long time.
It's literally awful.
Now that it's out, it's actually worse than anyone expected it to be, and Netflix should probably take it off the platform. And besides a retelling of this creepy uncle fanfic with lazy comparisons to child beauty pageants and how creepy and bad that whole subculture is, along with spotlighting this as the most recent example of the toxic normalization of child sexualization, nothing new really comes from these reviews, and they all seem to be pretty paint by numbers. Even major publications like The New Yorker and The Daily Beast and Rolling Stone have all thrown their hat in the race for the worst hot take on this movie. Personally, I think these publications, much like myself, haven't seen this movie and aren't going to watch it. But unlike me, these publications have millions and billions of subscribers and listeners and readers, so they feel the need to have an opinion on pretty much everything. And controversy creates cash, so they double down and just say the most uninformative dog shit that comes to their head first. Also, I think this movie has become somewhat of a must-watch because of a thing I like to call the car crash theory. Basically, it means that you want to look away, but you have to see for yourself just how bad it really is. And paired with so many people, especially on YouTube, talking about it at the same time, that could lead some uncaring publisher to see these numbers regardless of them being good or bad and recommending it to their readers and viewers, which isn't good. My curtain's weird. Got a weird curtain. That's the news. Okay, so let's talk about the director's intent and how it went wrong. Just so wrong. This movie was supposed to be a commentary against the hypersexualization of young girls and the constraints of an overbearing religious upbringing. And that sounds like a good message, right? Wrong.
Isn't that cute? But it's wrong! No! Wrong!
Because this theme is immediately overshadowed when the movie decided to exploit and hypersexualize actual children to drive the point of this movie home. And the child actors in this movie were all between the ages of 11 and 14. So yeah, let that sink in. You feel bad about watching it? Because you can't take that shit back. Child exploitation is very real, and it's a very big problem. But this is not how you go about condemning it. Using real children to show that... Using real children to show that you shouldn't exploit children is kind of like those PETA commercials where they show those like really graphic videos of animals in slaughterhouses to try and convince you that you shouldn't eat meat, or like taking a gun and just shooting yourself in the foot to show that guns hurt a lot. Or like those YouTube vlogger parents who punish their kids in front of millions of viewers at a time instead of just handling it when the cameras are off like normal parents would. You get what I'm saying. Bad ideas. And again, this comparison is not original. So this collection of bad ideas created a mental connection for me to things, shows like 13 Reasons Why and movies like Joker. This connection is basically present in the similarities that came from the time this movie decided, let's be heavy-handed to get a point across, because they don't do much to comment on the bigger issue they're trying to tackle, as much as they go, here's something fucked up. Isn't that fucked up? Let's start a conversation. And folks, that's just shock value for shock value's sake, or what some would call lazy, or a cop-out that's full of shit. And I think that's just another huge factor working against this movie. You don't have to watch Cuties to be against it. It's not like you're gonna get your YouTuber card revoked for not actually watching this movie before you talk about it. This amalgamation of movie reviews and commentary videos led me to a review of Cuties that went in the complete opposite direction of the majority. Let's talk about the guy who decided to sincerely and seriously defend Cuties. And I'll be honest with you, if this kind of shit makes you uncomfortable, turn the video off, right? Because there's a lot wrong with the shit that this guy says, and I just want to take a second to focus on that.
Hi, Cuties. Guess what I just watched?
Already off to a bad start. I don't like this.
Now, It's a solid film. It's a good movie. Definitely better than most movies.
No, it's not. I didn't even have to watch it, and I can confidently say it's not a solid film.
You should watch it. It's good.
Hey, cut that out.
This film does try to make you sexually aroused by 11-year-olds.
Yeah, it does over-sexualize children, and that's obvious. But how the fuck do you let yourself enjoy it to a point where you're giving them props for how they did it, like you've got some sort of frame of reference? Ew.
Yeah, as far as like sexy music videos go, it's not bad.
Why is this guy putting this in the same mental category as a sexy music video? These girls are 11. WAP would have caused a whole different kind of national uproar if Cardi B was 11. Look at this. Look at this face. This is the face of a man coming to grips with the reality that he's attracted to kids.
Oh, trigger warning. Honesty.
And confirmed. We got him, boys.
It's pretty interesting to be forced to do something. It's kind of like The Last of Us too. It's a great game. To be forced to do something that you're uncomfortable with.
How dare you bring video games in? Oh, and no, it's not.
How do we... Children are horny. Little girls are horny, and they want to express that. And we aren't sure how to handle that kind of graceless transition from being 9 to being 13 or 14 or 16.
Okay. Here's an idea on how to deal with that. Maybe talk to your fucking kids and make sure they know gross adults like this fucking SVU case with glasses exists, and they should stay away from people like them.
And then you'll see them shaking their booties on this stairway as they make this this viral video, and they're pretty hot.
You're attracted to it. You can't blame the director for you being a map.
And you can say whatever you want about me. It's not my fault. I didn't make them do that. They did that. That's the point. That's the whole point of the movie, is that you're supposed to be sitting there thinking, look at the blonde one. You're supposed to be sitting there holding these two thoughts in your head, and one that these are kids, and the other that they're hot.
Man, I think this guy really missed the point here. I think he wants to fuck a child and is trying to use this movie to justify that.
Should parents allow their children to be in films like this?
Let me clear that up for you. No, they shouldn't, because you're an adult and your child is 11.
We already sexualize children.
No, dude, we don't. You do. This guy needs to start using his I statements.
I don't know. This might be it. This might be the apex of the latent, unspoken, unidentified things you are telling your child when you say, "Oh, you're so pretty. Look how beautiful you are. Try this outfit on. Look at your little tiara." If you strip away all the cushioning of that, and you look at what it is, you're objectifying your child. And so this is that kind of laid bare, and it's an interesting critique.
People don't say these things to their kids to sexualize them. They say these things out of love and to help their self-esteem, because growing up is hard, and it's nice to hear nice things from people that you respect and that care about you, so you don't grow up to be some sentient bad opinion in a tan room who wants to fuck children. I'm gonna go ahead and move on from this guy's take on Cuties, because it's just a thinly veiled attempt to justify his personal urges and proclivities towards young girls. To be fair, there were a few outliers in this comically large stack of reviews who made valid points about the effects this movie has had on the culture and the further impact that creates. First, that there are better ways to make this movie. If this movie was a documentary, I think it wouldn't have been so negatively received, because it's not forcing 11-year-old actors to actually do the hypersexualized shit in this movie. and it could send a better message of their experience in a more uplifting tone that gives a real voice to the people involved that have had to deal with this kind of thing. Another was that we really need to stop making this political. Child exploitation and sexualization isn't a political issue. It's just fucking wrong, and it's fucking gross. And finally, to those people who took the money that they earned from those videos and donated the funds to causes against human trafficking and child exploitation like RAIN, props to those people. You know, if you're gonna sit here and put yourself through that kind of shit for some sort of monetary gain, the least you can do is, you know, try and be part of the solution. All that being said, I don't recommend this movie, and I think it's really just a drop in the bucket of a bigger issue. I'm not gonna plug anything because this video was kind of serious, and that would be in bad taste.
Because it's on Netflix streaming, that makes it okay. Make it make sense. Make it make an iota of sense, please. Make it make sense, shirts on sale now.
But go subscribe to my gaming channel and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any new videos I put out. You'll see me next time.